welcome back for another whiskey review. Well, I know you're probably thinking, what happened? This guy just disappeared, no more whiskey reviews. Well, if I remember correctly, my last review I did was back in February. I had a tasting set of olive whiskeys that I just had a lot of fun with. But since then, life has kind of been just really hectic. I just haven't found the time. And for those of you who have been following my channel and my reviews for some times, you know I take these long gaps because I only record whiskey reviews if I have the time to sit down and truly spend a bit of time with the dram, which I have found now. And I have found something very special. I was very graciously gifted this particular advent calendar all the way back in 2019 by the distributor who was bringing a lot of these in, and they had just one of one, I believe, of these. And this one in particular is called the Premium Whiskey Calendar. And we never had this for sale in New Zealand, but I believe in UK it was for sale. It went for crazy money. I don't want to guess, but I'm just going to make up a number around $350 to $400. And I already know what's in the calendar because, well, I've had it for 6 years or 5 years, arguably. And I've Googled many times. I know exactly the 24 precious drams that are in there. And luck would have it, number one starts with a bang. Balvenie, 21-year-old. Now, some of you might have seen, I did review some Balvenies back in the day. I had this sort of like a 3 sample pack, which had 14 Caribbean cask, the 17 PortWood, and the 12 American oak. On to this one now. So this is the first one, literally right there. That little window popped open, and just luck would have it. I mean, luck wouldn't have it. I had been contemplating it a bit, but I thought, hey, how about doing a proper series, for Advent, counting down to Christmas. It's 24 days to Christmas, but it's the 1st of December 2025 in New Zealand. I've got this beautiful box, and I put a bit of pressure on myself to do 24 reviews in 24 days. I don't know if it will last. You'll obviously find out if I keep uploading or not load. But let's crack open this V-Gem and get it into my glass. Now, the reason why I like this particular brand and the different calendars and tasting packs to do is the wax seal. I mean, obviously the whiskey was aged a long time ago and was put into the sample pack, but just look at this. That wax seal protects your whiskey for a very long time, and that's why I always recommend people to gift these as well. I mean, look at me, it's taken me 5-6 years to get into this particular whiskey, so your whiskey will be looked after. It won't evaporate or any of that kind of stuff. All right, back to the Balvenie 21. So this is one of the flagship releases that are available all the time. In New Zealand, it retails around $600, sometimes a little bit above, a little bit below. So quite an expensive whiskey, like the Glenfiddich. The 21-year-old Glenfiddichs are getting quite high up in price. And I believe there's a Glenfiddich in here as well later on. So Balvenie 21 starts off its age in American oak, like a lot of the other flagship whiskies. And they do have some of the best American oak casks they use, but then it pivots into export casks. Now, when I did my research, looked up some of the notes, it says the port casks they've used have held port for 30+ years in them, which is really good. And I'm glad they're telling us that, because there's a lot of whiskeys out there that are using port casks and you don't really get a lot of flavor out of it. But that, I suspect, is because they're using a lot of casks that have not held port for any significant amount of time. So in this case, they're telling us the port previously had, or the port wine was in there for 30 years. So that's a very long time. And that imparts a good amount of color, as you can see, and also flavor, which we'll find out in a minute. Now, disappointingly, but again, I don't own this company, disappointingly, it's bottled at 40% ABV. And as you know, I like stuff at 43, 46, and well beyond. But hey, it's a long age whiskey. It's Balvenie. They do good stuff. So let's see what's it like. Let's see what's it like on the nose first. Oh, so rich. It's just like a luxurious, rich sweetness. Very light caramel with peach. So good. Really, really good. Maybe a little bit of honey. Wow. And just that, I guess, the depth and richness you get out of a whiskey that's been in an oak barrel for a very, very long time. I don't know how to put in, I don't want to say I smell oak, but just, you can smell its well-aged character. It's really good. Oh. Now, the other thing I'm going to do, I don't know if it's going to work. I was hoping to use all of these samples and only drink, hopefully, half of them. So 15 ml each, and keep the other half for my brother who, likes his whiskies, and always trying to share some of these luxurious drams with him. We'll see how we go. I have, courageously poured more than half a dram at the moment into the glass, but all right, let's see what's it like on the palate. It's just magic. Wow. I regret saying that disappointingly, this whiskey is bottled at 40%, but I stand corrected. It's still, wow. My palate is just, there's so much sweetness. There's very, very gentle spice, very, very gentle. The honey's there, making that crackling sound. Oh, what a rich whiskey. What a rich whiskey. And I'm not getting, how to say this, like I've tried a lot of whiskeys that have finished or aged for a significant amount of time in port casks, and you get this sort of dark chocolate character. I'm not getting with this one. There's almost like a ripe grape kind of character that's coming, and the honey sweetness was there, but wow, very, very rewarding. I don't know if I'm going to be able to share any of this with Gary, but let's see. Wow. Again, just that wave of flavors is really, really good. The only thing is, it's all disappearing quite fast, like rapidly fast. And again, you don't know who's going to be buying these bottles. If I was spending $600 on a bottle, I kind of want it to linger a lot longer than this. And maybe that's why I go back to my original point. At 40% ABV, just lacks a little bit of depth. The sudden rush of flavors was really good. Mid-palate, really, really good. And then it's kind of like, I don't want to say a cliff. There's some good stuff there on back of my palate, but it's disappearing quite fast. And I really almost want it to linger a lot longer. And it's not doing that. But that's okay. It's something still very, very special. A whiskey aged for 21 years by Balvenie. Really, really good. And I am off to a flyer for the next 24 days, assuming I stay on course. Done the whiskey number 1. Well, if you like this content, please like, share, and subscribe. Otherwise, I'll see you, hopefully tomorrow night, with another whiskey review. See you later. Bye-bye.